Hey everybody, welcome back to the cabin. It is very cold outside, so I'm going to let it warm up just a little bit. Wind's picking up, and it's minus, heck is it, minus 9 or something like that, but minus 20 Celsius with the wind chill. So, Callie's outside and doesn't want to come in. She's finding it too warm. So, what I wanted to talk about in this video was, well, to answer your questions, and I get a lot of questions about what Callie eats and how she, well, basically how she fuels her activity, because as you can see, she's very active and she spends most of her time outdoors. Her own choice. She's welcome to spend every minute with me. Well, she goes in my truck and she goes in the cabin all the time. So wherever I am, essentially she is. But because I'm outside so often, she's mostly out there. And then additionally, she stays outside when the cabin gets too warm. So it's pretty demanding on a dog to be outside all the time, especially a dog like a golden retriever who, you know, they have a long coat, but it's not like they're bred for the cold. So she does need decent food. Now, I have a couple of things here I want to show you, but I think really the main point is that she eats a lot of just regular human food. So whatever I'm eating, she ends up eating, so the same meat typically. And I have to sort of cook it separately or give her raw stuff before I add things like onions and hot sauce. And, you know, vegetables and stuff like that she eats as well. Fruit. She'll eat anything. Her favorite food, like she'll go nuts for cheese. So she gets a little bit of everything every day like that. And then in addition to that, especially at this time of year when she starts burning a ton of calories, I do feed her dry kibble, dried dog food. And I think I used this with my last dog as well. It's not a high quality product, and I've always been okay with that with all my hunting dogs, is to feed them stuff that's a little bit more economical, still high calorie, but because I feed so much regular food, unprocessed food, I can get away, I think, with supplementing with something like this. But I'm actually in the market for a better food for her, because I think she probably could have performed a little bit better last year in the cold and the snow. So I'm going to try to find something better for this year. I free feed her, and I've free fed all of my dogs, which means I just always have the bowl full. And I've never had a problem with any of my retrievers. I've had Callie's my second golden retriever, and I've had 4 Labrador retrievers over the years, and I've free fed them all. And I think that's, I don't know, I guess because I spend so much time with my dog, they don't eat out of boredom, and they're not gluttonous because they know they have that free feed. People talk about, especially labs or retrievers in general, or any hunting dog probably, just eating whatever's out and just being gluttons and end up putting on too much weight. So I've never had an issue with that. So this food, what's it even called? It's supposed to be Actrium 1 or something. Actrium Holistic Adult Dog Food. Like I said, this is a fairly cheap brand, but it's not quite the cheapest that you can get. So just holistic dog food, supplemented with vegetables, fruits, and herbs, including tomatoes, spinach, broccoli, sweet potatoes, apples, cranberries, blueberries, pears, bananas, dried rosemary, cinnamon, turmeric, capsicum, chamomile, dandelion, paprika, and garlic. Chicken, salmon, whole dried egg provide the protein. So it's not bad. It sounds good, but if you look at the ingredients, like the amounts and stuff, I think, like if you look at the list of ingredients, so chicken meal, brown rice, oatmeal, potatoes, rye, millet, chicken fat. Anytime you read meal, it's not high quality protein. It's a mix of, I think it could even include like feathers and stuff. So, I mean, it's typical, so don't be alarmed by this particular product. But it's not the best quality protein and best quality ingredients, even though it sounds like if you just read the front of the packaging. So, like I said, I am in the market for better food. We're starting to do the research. Not sure what we're going to end up with. But ironically, as we're trying to make that decision, this arrived in the new post office box. Picked it up yesterday. This in another package, which I'll open in another video. It's I'm not sure if it's from the same person too. Actually, 3 coats for Cali. Actually, I'll show them quickly. Actually, I may as well talk about it quickly. So this is, I'm not sure what the brand and Land's End brand is. So it's got a sort of a fleece on the inside and a waterproof protective coating on the outside and reflective bands. And this one's orange, not really high visibility orange, but orange enough to be safe. It's slightly too big for her. And there's 3 identical sizes, one red, one yellow, and then this one. I have also mixed opinions about coats, and I'd like to hear some feedback, what you guys think about them. I think, in my opinion, anything that you put over top of a furred animal compresses the fur, and the fur becomes less insulative. So I'm not sure that jackets like this provide any additional warmth and maybe even hinder a dog with long hair like that. I'm not sure though. I'd like to hear, maybe somebody has better information on that than I do. So I'd like to hear from anybody who has some experience with that. But that's my opinion, but I'm not sure I'm accurate. If nothing else, I guess it would keep, like in a wet mid-season or between the seasons like this, shoulder seasons, maybe keep the wet off the fur, which might help. Cali does wear, and all my retrievers have worn, buoyant neoprene vests. She does have a camouflage one, and that's really for keeping extra warmth, keeping the heat in when she's swimming in cold water in late fall duck hunting. And like I said, all my dogs have worn that, but it also helps with buoyancy. So if they're going on a long retrieve, it just they don't get tired as quickly. I think that probably has some function, because at that point the fur is totally saturated, and that it's like wearing a wetsuit. It holds that heat in. Anyway, back to this food. So this just arrived along with that. And it's interesting because I was actually wondering if a product like this existed. And what it is dehydrated dog food, which, I don't know, like dog kibble, that's hard, right? So it's pretty dehydrated. But this is dehydrated in sort of in almost a powder form. And this one box, which is, how much does this weigh? Yeah, 10 pounds, so 4.54 kilograms. This, when you add water to it, is equivalent to 40 pounds of dry dog food. Is that right? Or just 40 pounds of food, which I don't know how dry that regular kibble is. Anyway, it's also grain-free and limited ingredient, and this is the fish recipe. And so I looked it up online this morning before I started talking about it, and they have a bunch of different ingredients, recipes, including like just chicken and beef and stuff like that. So I'd have to look into that more. Anyway, I like the concept. Like, that's pretty small for me to be able to store almost a month's worth of food in something this small. Works especially for what we're doing right now with my wife moving in, where space is more at a premium. So I could store a few boxes of this easily, keep them in a container, like I have some metal storage boxes, keep them in that to stop rodents from getting in. I think I'll actually open this and give her a little bit. Anytime you introduce new dog food, new pet food to a pet or to any animal, you should always introduce it slowly. So I'm going to take 4, 5, 6 days and just keep adding a little bit to this, and then see how she likes it. Now, you do have warm water, so what I think I'll do is pour that back in. Put a little bit of this stuff in there and then add some warm water. Whew, that does smell fishy. Holy. It smells like fish food. I think it says to give it a few minutes. It says give it a few minutes to rehydrate. Wait so mix food with warm water, stir well and wait 3 minutes for food to hydrate, serve with love. So for Cali, being a large breed, highly active, I would call her 4 to 4.5 dry cups per day. So combined with the other food that I give her, human food, I'd probably cut that down to say 2 cups a day. So I think that would make that last about a month. I don't want to spill that on that fabric. It'll stink forever. Some new food, pup. Try this out. Hold on. Nope, let me mix it. Good, pup. Here, give me 5. Give me 5. No, Scale, not yet. Let it hydrate for a minute. That's it. Oh, give me 5, pup. You're silly. Okay, give that a try. You like that? Yeah? What do you think? You like it, eh? She likes it enough that she wanted to protect it from me, which I don't tolerate. I have to get her back from the food and be friendly and make sure she knows that it's my food first. Anyway, she absolutely loves it. So we'll see how she reacts to that, and I'll keep giving it to her for the next, probably twice a day for the next 4 or 5 or 6 days. See how she acts or how she performs. See if she still has a solid stool and all that kind of good stuff. And I'll let you know. Now, I'm curious if anybody else has tried this kind of food, any kind of dehydrated food, or this brand specifically, what you think of it, and whether it's worth the extra money, as it is a little bit more expensive. It's premium product, so obviously it's going to be expensive for that reason. It says it's human grade food, so which I have mixed feelings about as well. Anyway, I've got to thank Natural Pet Foods from Carleton Place, which is around Ottawa. They sent it to me unsolicited. I'm going to reach out to you and just ask you a little bit more about this product and what made you think that to send it to me, and whether you think Cali would like some of the other recipes too. Yeah, she loves that. So yeah, thanks a lot for sending that to me. Like I said, I'll reach out. I'm very curious to see what the price point is, whether it's economical enough to, and worth, I guess, valuable enough to spend the extra money on it, and also how long I can store it here at the cabinet. I think it's a pretty good option for us, so we'll see how that works out, and I'll let everybody know, of course, how it goes and whether she continues to perform well on it. That was good, eh? Yeah, you like that? All right. Well, the Honest Kitchen is the brand of food. I don't know if I said that or not. And it's made in the U.S. So it was sent by Natural Pet Foods, Carleton Place. So thank you for that. Kelly really appreciates it. She's licking the bowl out there. I can hear her, even though there was nothing left in it. So I'm going to give it a try, and I'll reach out to you. So thanks a lot. And thanks everybody else for watching the video. I hope that answers your questions about Cali's food, and I'd like to hear your suggestions, recommendations, and your own experience with what you feed your animals. So like I said, thanks for watching, and I look forward to seeing you at the cabin next time. Take care. What's up? Oh, can you give me 5? Oh, 7. Exciting, eh? That was good. You like that? All right, do you want to fetch? You want to fetch? No. All right.